Hey everybody out there, you're tuned in to 91.8 The Fan. You're in my corner and I have a very special guest in the corner. Would you like to unveil your not so secret identity?
Yes, I am Anti-Rivet of the great band Falconshield.
And you just have the trumpets playing in the background and the hallelujahs. Like
No.
I wish I had that on my soundboard. That would have been perfect. Well, it's so awesome to have you on the show today. I've gotten a chance to be introduced to your music. It was actually one of my other DJs that was like, "We need to have these guys on." I was like, "Okay, let's do it."
Awesome.
So, yeah, I've been splurging on your guys' music for like the past week.
Yes. I noticed you played Final Fantasy 14, yeah?
Yes, I do. I saw that you did a Heavensward song.
Yes. And funny thing, that was actually my idea, and I wrote the guitars for that song. It was the first time I actually got to do guitar work for the band because normally I just do vocals and I write the lyrics and stuff for the songs. But I did the guitar work for the song. I did the most work on that song. I did the guitar work for the song. I did essentially the marketing for the song. So I got Limit Break Radio into listening to it, and Soken listened to the song. Soken, he's a audio engineer for Square Enix. He loves the song, which is
Well,
awesome.
he also composes a lot of their music as well. It's not
Yeah,
it's not just Nobuo Uematsu. Yeah, I've gotten the pleasure to meet Soken. I went to the Final Fantasy Las Vegas Fan Fest because I live in Vegas. So I got all of them to sign my one of my books for Final Fantasy
nice.
14. But yeah, I was actually going to ask after we got into the interview. I was going to ask like, whose idea was it to go the Final Fantasy 14 route? Because I have a heavy investment in Final Fantasy
Oh yeah.
14.
Oh, believe me, same here. I have my Zodiac Zeta weapon. That alone should tell you how much time I've sunk into that game.
Oh, me too. Me too. I have 50s for all the crafter classes, so I'm rocking the 4 stars. I was actually raiding last night with my static, and we got to like 7% on T9, and we were
Nice.
so close, so close. And then somebody had to go, and it was just like, no, one more try.
I don't do coils anymore. I was doing that for a while, but I stopped for some time so I could train a lot of the people that are new in the free company into doing the EX primals. And we ran Titan Extreme about 8 times, and we succeeded 3 times. So that's good. Like,
Yeah. I remember the first time I did Titan Extreme, I think I was just practicing for about 8 hours straight until I could do it without any mess ups whatsoever. So I actually just got my Kieran mount, I think it was about a week and a half ago.
nice.
So yeah, I've got nothing to do until Heaven's Fall except, you know, uh beat T9.
Yeah, yeah. Well, good luck too, because you're gonna need that for Alexander when it comes out. So that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I know. I'm really excited for that, and I gotta say I did enjoy the song.
Yes.
I hope to see more Final Fantasy 14 work from you guys. Not that I'm disregarding the League of Legends stuff because I did have a point in my gaming career, quote unquote, where I played League of Legends pretty strongly for a year, but I've kind of gotten out of it for Final Fantasy 14. So would love to see more Final Fantasy 14.
Oh yeah, I'm actually I want to do more, but the only thing is that Joseph's gonna charge me for it because he charged me for Heavensward. Because it was like it was one of those things where I was pretty salty about that too because he was just like League of Legends content's always gonna be big numbers on our channel. Like we don't know how well Final Fantasy's gonna do, and like right now it's like sitting at like 80,000 views. I'm like that's pretty high up for something we don't normally do. He's like yeah, but it's still less than the Smash Bros song we did, and I was like yeah, that's true.
Did
So.
did you guys promote it anywhere? Did you post it, for example, on the Final Fantasy 14 Reddit or anything like that? Or
Yeah, yeah, we did. We promoted that as much as we could. And then on top of that, people like other people were promoting it too. Like they promoted it in like the actual like forums. Like I apparently our track would pop up on like the FF14 subreddit like every other day for like a week. And yeah, it still is just like with all the promotions, just like it doesn't do as big of numbers as like League of Legends content on our channel. So I don't blame Joseph for like charging me. I'm still gonna be mad at him for it, but
well, now to sort of rewind because I don't think all of our listeners know everyone who's a part of the group, but could you, explain what the group does and everyone who's a part of it and what they do?
yeah, sure thing. So Joseph is our fearless leader. great guy. Um, I got introduced to him by our friend Rob, who also does a lot of music with us every now and then. Rob's one of my best friends. But Joseph's our fearless leader. Martin does guitar. Martin is awesome. He's also been a part of a different band, and the dude, he's just really cool. Like he's just got a lot of skill. And then of course we have our video editor Lars. He's the newest addition to the band. And his video editing skills are just pretty much unparalleled. It was so great to have him along too, because when he showed up, he offered to work for free, and we were like, "Well, we're gonna pay you on principle, but we appreciate that." He does incredible work, and we're really like grateful for Lars. And then of course there's me. I do a lot of the lyrics. I do I do a lot. I do vocals. And occasionally, as you've heard with Heaven's Word, I get to write the guitars. Not often, but at certain times I get to. And I'm actually the lead on another project that I can't really talk about that the band is working on right now. It's like a huge League of Legends project, and we're pretty excited.
Well, sounds very exciting, and it's actually funny. I was watching the behind the scenes of one of I believe it was the This Is War videos, which are extremely popular, and apparently you get first pick on all of the voices from what it sounds like.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so I get to talk about my voice acting. Yay. All right. I first got hired by like Funimation when I was 16, so I've been doing voice acting for a while now. And when I got introduced to Joseph, it was by Rob, who told him that I was a voice actor that could do something for This Is War. And Joseph was like, okay, well, can you sound like Draven? And I was like, yeah, sure. So when I recorded that, he was like, this sounds great. We still need someone else to do Galio. And I'm like, I'll do that too. And apparently he loved it. So now I do a ton of voice acting work for the band whenever we have songs. So I just get to have a lot of fun and sound like characters, which I guess it eventually just became obvious that I was going to get first pick because, if I don't get who I want, I'm going to get mad, and I don't want to get mad. Just like, no, like, if I don't get Mordekaiser and Malzahar, I quit. I'm not doing this. Like, I want them. And he's just like, yeah, fine. So it always works out, though, because, I do good work, so.
I love how you guys can kind of fight very nonchalantly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Me and Joseph, we get in arguments every now and then, like, that just gets super heated, but we're just, like, so normal after it. Like, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, there are some groups out there, once they get in fights, that's it. Like, they have that major disagreement, no more. But it seems like you guys have a pretty strong bond.
Yeah. I love these guys. I've been pretty adamant about this. Like, there's been some drama in the League of Legends community regarding solo people who just kind of have their own channels, and they're the type of guys that just have to deal with their own channels. They they make their money and they don't care where the source comes from. They don't have to deal with taking care of their fellow man and stuff like that. But with this band, it's like we all have to look out for each other. I've made sure that I'll give up substantial amounts of pay to just make sure that my band members are doing okay. Because if we all succeed, then we all succeed. If one of us fails, then we're all hampered. So I don't want that to be an issue. So it's really taught me a lot. And without them, I don't really think I would have even remotely gotten that opinion. So I appreciate them for that.
Well, no, it sounds like you guys make a good team, and it shows just based on the quality of work, because you do see a lot of people turn to singing on YouTube, and it's not that good. So it's nice to see that you guys take pride in your work.
Oh, yeah. Like, music's always been very important to, at least Martin, Joseph, and I'm Lars has always been all about editing video. Like, he loves doing VFX stuff. He's really passionate about that. But when it comes to music, Joseph, Martin, and I have always been really into music. I myself, for instance, I was also part of another band called Skyleton, and we do a bunch of not too popular but just fun metal stuff. I started playing guitar back in high school. I got really into doing, heavy metal vocals and stuff like that. And I really grew up on metal, so it's always been important to me.
And now, are there any like bands that kind of you pull inspiration from? Anything that inspired you as a kid? Like specifics, not just heavy metal as a genre.
Death Clock. I love Death Clock. I met Brendan Small when he performed at the House of Blues over here in Houston. Um, and that dude is awesome. I watched the show Metalocalypse like religiously. I love that show. I'm a little sad that it doesn't look like it's coming back, but I'm a huge Brendan Small fan. And his Death Clock music, as well as his Galacticon album that he did, just fantastic work. He's a professional voice actor. He's a comedy writer, and he's a musician. He's everything that I want to be. So that's awesome. I love his music. So he's always been a huge inspiration for me, at least.
Well, no, that's fantastic to hear, and I think we're going to take a very short break here on 91.8 The Fan, but don't go anywhere because our special guest isn't, so keep it tuned to your favorite station where we play everything you want and nothing you don't.
Yes.
Hey, everybody out there, you're still tuned to 91.8 The Fan. You're in my corner, and my special guest is still here alive and breathing.
Yes, I live.
I'm surprised you haven't fallen asleep on me.
Well, we'll get there.
Okay, that'll be the sleepover nap time on the radio. You'll hear nothing but snores. Uh,
You have a scheduled segment for this.
yes, it's like kindergarten all over again.
Kana's cozy corner.
But for the fans out there, one of the things that I specifically want to mention is your guys' Patreon because I feel that's so important now for artists to promote and talk about.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so here's the thing about Patreon, and here's why I love it. First of all, we get to do a bunch of stuff now that we were not able to do before. So whenever we do like a new song, if you're like donating $1 on Patreon, new song, you can download it anytime. We're totally open for you guys to use it in a bunch of like non-commercial stuff. You want to make videos? Fine, go for it. It's all yours. $5, you get the instrumentals of those songs too. Same deal. You guys go ahead and use it for videos and stuff like that. Just make sure to toss us a link. Let us know that you like the song, and the more you pledge, you get cooler stuff. With $10, you get all the previous rewards, and you get a chance to win a Falconshield t-shirt because we always love giving out merch to people. And of course, at $25 or more, you like on Wednesday of each month, we just have like a big hangout session, and we just like invite a bunch of people, and we'll like chat and then play League and stuff like that. Well, they'll play League because I don't play League. Like not that I don't play League, but I just can't play League on their server because they're like on EU and I'm on US. So.
Ah, the lag.
Yeah. Like. So that ends up happening, but like we still all like hang out and stuff like that. It's always a good time.
So. Well, now I do have a question because I hear this a lot about Patreon, where fans might not understand exactly how Patreon works. So there's something on Patreon, I guess, which is a spending limit. So they could say for this month, I wanna pledge this amount, but if it goes over their limit, they only pledge their limit or whatever it is. Do you guys have any issues with that, or do you know what I'm talking about?
Like, I'm not sure we get any particular issues with that, but what ends up happening is like you give a certain amount per month, like that you want to give. We don't lock anyone in like anything. And before we used to do it on like a song by song basis, but we just figured out that per month it was easier on everyone. It was easier on like people pledging because they knew exactly when the payment would be like taken. And plus we always do around 2 to 3 songs each month. So it would end up, being just easier on them. It's easier on us, so we know when like payment is coming in. So we always have time to prepare like for the next month ahead. It just made more sense. Like, so we just have a monthly thing. Like every month, if you want to donate a certain amount, you can always change the amount. You can always stop donating. Like we're not gonna hold it against you. We know everybody's got to pay for food, so we don't blame you. Like.
Well, now, after changing to a per month, do you think you guys saw an increase or less confusion, or?
Honestly, I'd say it rounded up to being about the same. Because it wasn't an increase, but it also wasn't like a sharp decrease or anything. It kind of just felt like it leveled out. Like we got just enough to make sure that we were all still good to go for the next month. And like like we always try to tell everyone, look, we're not greedy. We're always happy to, like, if you can't donate, fine, that's cool. You don't have to. Just tune in and listen to our music every now and then. Make sure you enjoy it. And if you feel that you're ready to donate to us, then go ahead. It's all good. So.
Awesome. Well, for the fans that want to keep up to date with your stuff, obviously you guys have a YouTube, but do you have any social media where they can keep track of what you guys are doing?
Yes, you can follow Joseph on Twitter at Falconshield, or you can follow me at Skyleton, which is my old band name. And you can also find us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Falconshield.
Fantastic. And for the YouTube, that is also Falconshield as well. Just
Yes.
for anybody that, is like, what do I type in the YouTubes? How do I do the computer? So yeah, there's that.
I can't type on the keyboards on account of my hands.
Well, now for the fans, is there anything, up and coming that they should watch out for? Obviously, there are some things you can't talk about, but is there any sort of sneak peek or something you wanted them to check out?
You know what? I will talk about one thing. So super big, awesome project that we're doing that's going to be like, this is war level in terms of just scale and how we're doing this. I will tell everyone right now, like, I am the project lead on this, so anything that I give you, you can take as, truth. It will be pentakill related.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's exciting for a lot of reasons.
Right? Love some pentakill.
That is a good sneak peek right there. So before we get too off track, I wanted to ask if you'd be willing to participate in a 91.8 The Fan tradition.
All right, sure. What are we doing?
Basically, we ask if you'd be willing to do a radio bump for us.
All right, yes.
Cool beans. We ask if you could say, hello, my name is, you insert your name, I do this, you can put whatever you want there, and you're tuned into 91.8 The Fan.
All right, okay. So let me see if I can get this right. Hello, my name is Anti-Rivet. I am the great leader of Falconshield, Lord of the North, Warden of the South, King of the Iron Isles, and the Sound of Doom. And you're listening to 91.8 The Fan.
That was perfect.
Awesome.
I've had plenty of voice actors screw that one up and switch the numbers because I don't give you guys a script because it's more fun if you don't have one. Now, for the listeners out there, is there anything else you want to tell them? Any words of wisdom, dating advice, predictions for the end of the world?
Oh, you actually have something on all three. Okay, so, just some worldly advice. Try to be cool to everyone that you can. And if you make enemies, do your best to just make friends out of those enemies later, because you never know who you're going to need to drive you home when you get drunk at a bar at some time late at night, right? And then for predictions as the end of the world, kid with the computer is going to get really mad and then just shut off the nuclear grid and everything goes wild. Now, let's see, the third one, dating advice. Tits are life, ass is hometown. Like Senran Kagura taught me that. And I don't know. I once had to give up the love of my life because she wanted to go to the military, and now I don't have that person in my life anymore. And it's really sad, but sometimes you just got to let someone go if you love them enough, and maybe you'll find someone better. Maybe just maybe you'll find someone who can heal you in Final Fantasy and not scrub you on the ground because you're bad at the game. So there you go.
Hey, that's good advice. If you can find a good healer in Final Fantasy, that sometimes it's really, really rare, I found out.
So true.
Whenever I tank, suddenly nobody knows how to heal. What happened?
Seems you've forgotten how to cast Cure too. Thank you.
It's like Regain, do you know what that is? No? Medica? Anything? Okay, fine. Flips table. But no, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciated, talking about the group and all that fun stuff, and obviously our fans liked it as well. And if you missed any of this interview, don't fret. You can find it on the website within the next few days. So keep your eyes peeled to 918thefan.com and your ears tuned to 91.8 The Fan, where we play everything you want and nothing you don't.
Awesome.